Near mint condition, the home of collected edition.
That cover's so awesome. That, as they say, is that. Marvel Comics. Let's go ahead and get started.
It's time to suit up, all you minties, and talk about two brand new Marvel Omnis coming out in September and December of 2024. So let's go ahead and get started. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of both of these Omnis. Now, before going any further, please don't forget to smash that like button. It's a very small thing you can do for us here on the channel, but it means the world to us. Thank you so much to all of you that have shared our videos through forums and Reddit and social media. Seriously, you all mean the world to us. So don't forget to ring that bell for notifications to let you know when we have other videos live. If you're enjoying the content of the channel, of course. Not just breaking news. But let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's go ahead and start talking about these books, because we have 2 books and a total of 5 covers. The first book I'm going to be talking about, let's start with the one in December, because I think the one in September is one that I've been asked a lot about, especially here in the last couple of years. But in December, we have a book that wraps up this particular writer's era at Marvel. Now, he did come back later on and relaunched the Mutant Saga, but this time around, what started with Secret Warriors and Ultimates and S.H.I.E.L.D. that went over to Fantastic Four, and then, of course, Avengers. Pretty sure most of you know where I'm going with this. Coming in December of 2024 is Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus. Now, we got 3 covers to look at. Let's take a look at your first cover, the Standard Edition cover. And the Standard Edition cover is supplied by Alex Ross. And it features a lot of characters on it, but one very important character that to this day is still a very crucial part of the 616 universe. Who am I talking about? Well, you can find out by reading the book, of course. And let's talk about what's collected in here. So in here is Avengers 35 through 44, New Avengers 24 through 33, Free Comic Book Day 2015 Secret Wars 0, The Ace Story, and Secret Wars 1 through 9. And actually, Alex Ross supplied the cover for all of the miniseries of Secret Wars. So glad that he's not only getting one cover, but he's also getting your first direct market cover. So here is the first direct market cover, also supplied by Alex Ross, and showcasing a bunch of the characters both from the Ultimate Universe and the 616 universe fighting this big incursion that is coming. So what this particular era is the Avengers. It's the Time Runs Out story. Now, that's been previously collected in the Avengers by Jonathan Hickman Volume 2, if you have that omnibus. And it's the story where not just the Avengers are the mightiest heroes, but also the Illuminati have to stop these incursions from happening that are destroying all these worlds. You also have a new cabal that ends up showing up through here. But we have one final incursion that's coming, and the aftermath of that, or what's going to happen, is all played out in the pages of Secret Wars. Now, let's take a look at your second direct market cover. This one supplied by Jim Chung, and it shows the 616 version of these characters with the Ultimate versions of these characters. And for some reason, I want to say my characters, my universe, but I don't know. It's always like I've been a part of the 616 universe since I was a kid. So in here, you're going to find the work of course, Jonathan Hickman, having written the whole thing. You have Valerio Schitti, you have Stefano Caselli, Kev Walker, Mike Deodato, and Izad Ribic, who actually did the internal artwork of all of the Secret Wars miniseries. So that is the first omnibus that is coming out. And you're probably asking yourself, well, what about the Battle Worlds and War Zones, all the little miniseries? Well, that's why I told you to ring that bell for notifications, remember? You're just going to have to keep watching our videos. All right, let's talk about the next book. So let's backtrack. We're going to go back to September, because this is one that I've been asked about for the last couple of years if there's ever a chance of them doing this, because people really enjoy this particular era of this character. This is definitely a gap filler for a lot of us that have been getting Omnis of this particular character for years. Now, when I say that, people's gears start to turn, and what is he talking about? I am talking about the Arachnite. I am talking about Spider-Man, and there are so many. People want Amazing 6. People want Spectacular 2, or Spectacular by J.M. DeMatteis, Ultimate 5, or whatever it is. People want different things, but this is one that I know a lot of people have been asking me, because for the longest time, we had Roger Stern, but we didn't have anything after that. We had Venom, or the David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane, so this book fits in between there, and we still got room for more, maybe like Kraven's Last Hunt. But anyway, coming in September of 2024 is Spider-Man, the Complete Black Costume Saga Omnibus. So let's go ahead and take a look at your standard edition cover. And the standard edition cover here is supplied by Ron Frenz, and it is the cover to the classic issue 252, that homage to Amazing Fantasy 15. And I've always been a fan of this cover. And this era right here is when he got that black costume, right after Secret Wars. And it's funny that I just talked about Secret Wars 2015, but not to be confused with the original Secret Wars. So let's talk about what's collected in here. In here is Amazing Spider-Man 252 to 263, Marvel Team Up 141 to 150, Marvel Team Up Annual number 7, Peter Parker to Spectacular Spider-Man 90 to 100, Peter Parker to Spectacular Spider-Man Annual number 4, and Web of Spider-Man number 1. And that cover to Web of Spider-Man number 1, I remember as a kid, I was blown away because I had missed it, and I had started buying Spider-Man again because of Venom, and I was like, I want all of the black alien costume, all of it. I want to collect all of it, and I didn't have that first issue by Charles Vess. So the direct market cover is the cover to Web of Spider-Man number 1 by Charles Vess, the very same cover I was just talking about, and oh my gosh, both covers are so iconic. But I don't know, maybe I'm leaning personally more towards the Charles Vess cover because it reminds me of the one that I wanted the most, the one that got away from me, that I eventually got later on. And this stuff has been collected in, well, now out of print, complete collections. I believe there were 2 of them. So in here, you're going to find the work of Tom DeFalco, David Michelinie, Carrie Burkett, Tony Isabella, Rick Leonardi, Louise Simonson, Ron Frenz, Al Milgrom, and Paul Neary, as well as Charles Vess and Greg LaRocque and Brett Blevins, just to name a few of the creators whose work you're going to see through these pages. And as I mentioned, this happens at, Roger Stern's Omnibus ends with 252, and then this does contain 252 because that is the first appearance of the black costume in the pages of Spider-Man. And this one ends with 263. Now, the David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane Omnibus, if you get these in Omnibus format, is the next one in chronological order, and that one starts with 298. So you still have 264 to 297, and then, of course, the Spectacular Spider-Man issues, the other Web of Spider-Man issues. But yeah, I could, some Kraven's Last Hunt that can go in there. Some classic stories that could fit through there. Lots of graphic novels as well. But those are your 2 announcements. Those are your your different covers, all 5 covers. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the content, what you think of the covers, which ones you're going to pick up, and what other Spider-Man Omnibus you would love to see get announced. Because I do hear different things from everybody. But that's it. Everyone, stay healthy and safe out there. Don't forget to smash that like button on the way out. Much love.